SCP-1157, Object Class Keter. SCP-1157 is a Caucasian male with brown hair and blue eyes. The subject's anomalous nature was first discovered when an instance of SCP-1157, designated SCP-1157-1, surrendered to the local police in Arizona, claiming to be a member of a terrorist cell. When a bifurcation event occurred while SCP-1157 was in police custody, the subject was brought to the attention of the Foundation and transferred to Sector 7 for containment and study. At intervals of approximately 4 weeks, all instances of SCP-1157 will undergo a simultaneous bifurcation event at 3:08 a.m. Eastern Standard. While SCP-1157 sleeps, each subject will split into 2 identical instances. The event is accompanied by a burst of light and energy which disables any recording devices. Any clothing or other items worn by SCP-1157 will be deposited on the bed underneath the subjects. Protocol G7 is to be enacted immediately after every bifurcation event. The containment area is to be flooded with a gaseous sedative. A security team equipped with gas masks must enter the containment quarters and remove each of the resulting subject pairs for euthanasia, study, and disposal. SCP-1157 displays a limited form of shared consciousness. While each instance exhibits their own personality and can make individual choices, they also experience the surface thoughts and impulses of all other instances. Based on subject interviews, at the time of SCP-1157's initial detention, at least 5 bifurcation events had already occurred. During containment, there have been 3 observed events. To the best estimation, the current status of SCP-1157 is as follows: 32 instances contained, 34 instances confirmed deceased, 45 instances euthanized during containment, 86 instances unaccounted for. Addendum 2. Incident Reports. Report 1157-1. Agent Thomas, Mobile Task Force Gamma 7 Leader, June 21st, 2000. Utilizing intelligence gathered from -1 interviews, MTF Gamma 7 successfully located and detained 3 more instances of SCP-1157 before they could go into hiding. However, operations for the next several weeks turned up only empty apartments and dead ends. -1's usefulness has diminished rapidly as other instances are now aware of his cooperation and are providing deceptive intelligence. Report 1157-2. Dr. Torres, SCP-1157 Head Researcher, July 10th, 2000. Following a second bifurcation event, -1, now consisting of 4 separate instances, showed increasing signs of distress. An argument over -1's complicity in Foundation activities resulted in a physical altercation and the death of the subject advocating against cooperation. All instances of -1 have been put into indefinite sedation to avoid mental coercion by the growing collective. Report 1157-3. Agent Thomas, Mobile Task Force Gamma 7 Leader, July 14th, 2000. Intercepting email correspondence between loose SCP-1157 allowed us to locate a safe house used by numerous subjects. MTF Gamma 7 was met with small arms fire upon engagement, forced to terminate 2 instances, captured 7. Computers and correspondence found on the property indicate that SCP-1157 is aware that an organization is tracking them, but they have no knowledge of the Foundation itself, requesting a cleanup team to scour the property for any other evidence of SCP-1157 activities. Dr. Torres, SCP-1157 Head Researcher, August 22nd, 2000. Interviews with instances of SCP-1157 reveal a narcissistic personality and increasing distrust and contempt for anyone that is not SCP-1157. Subjects have also shown increasingly skillful attempts at tricking researchers into revealing sensitive information. Outside of -1, the subject remains uncooperative. Report 1157-5. Agent Wilson, Mobile Task Force Gamma 7, Lieutenant. August 29th, 2000. Agent Thomas was lost in our latest engagement with SCP-1157, along with 2 other Gamma 7 members. The bastards have spent the last month training and stockpiling weapons. The warehouse we tracked a subject to held enough SCP-1157 to outnumber us 3-1, all armed. Even after capturing 16 and killing 31, there are likely even more SCP-1157 unaccounted for now than there were when we first discovered them. I'm submitting a request for at least a tripling of Gamma 7 numbers and resources. If we don't lock this down in the next month or 2, we're going to start seeing these guys on every street corner. Report 1157-6. Dr. Torres, SCP-1157 Head Researcher, September 22nd, 2000. The contained instances of SCP-1157 attempted a riot to break out of Sector 7 immediately following a bifurcation event. Using their increased numbers, SCP-1157 assaulted the Protocol G7 team. Reinforcements allowed security to resolve the situation, at which point Protocol G7 was completed without further incident. Containment procedures were revised, and SCP-1157 were restricted to individual quarters for 1 week. 5 days later, each instance of SCP-1157 carved the following into the walls of their quarters. You cannot contain me. Should one escape, your grasp, thousands, will arise within the year. 05 Memo. Request to have contained instances of SCP-1157 reduced in number denied. Our sedated instances of -1 continue to increase in number. If Gamma 7 can sufficiently reduce the number of militant instances, we may have a sympathetic majority capable of converting the rest. Until that point, we want SCP-1157 to believe they have the upper hand. 05. Special Containment Procedures. All instances of SCP-1157 are to be kept in separate 3 meter by 2 meter by 3 meter quarters connected to a secure common area in Sector 7. Curfew is to be enforced at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every evening until 6 a.m. the following morning. Security must consist of 12 armed guards trained in crowd suppression. SCP-1157-1 is to be kept in isolated quarters not connected to the main containment area. All staff working directly with any instance of SCP-1157 are to maintain the highest level of information security. No mention is to be made of Foundation staff names, project information, or containment procedures within the SCP-1157 containment area. Verbal communication with SCP-1157 is to be kept to an absolute minimum unless authorized by Dr. Torres. No clothing or equipment used when interacting with SCP-1157 can contain any identifying information. Personnel, including members of MTF Gamma 7, are instructed to carry only digitally encrypted forms of identification when involved in containment or study of SCP-1157. Mobile Task Force Gamma 7, Pied Pipers, has been formed to track down and detain any uncontained instances of SCP-1157. Basic information, photographs, fingerprints, and DNA samples from SCP-1157 have been distributed to major law enforcement organizations. Coordination with local government and other MTF units will be approved on a case-by-case basis. Lethal force has been authorized as a last resort. During a bifurcation event, SCP-1157 personnel are to initiate Protocol G7 before wake-up call.